This is a community-supported hypnosis channel. If you're interested in supporting our mission to bring high-quality hypnosis content to everybody and also get access to hundreds of exclusive hypnosis recordings available nowhere else, please be sure to check out our Patreon page, link in the video description. All right, before listening to this recording, I want you to first make sure that you want to be hypnotized. Because the interesting thing about hypnosis is it's all about what your subconscious mind wants. So if you're coming into this experience intent on proving that you can't be hypnotized, you of course will be successful. You can't be hypnotized if you don't want to be hypnotized. However, if you come into this experience wanting to fully experience it, you'll be able to fully experience everything. It's like going to a movie that everybody's been talking about and's been saying is so very good. However, you go there to prove to yourself that you don't like the movie. If you're not paying attention to it, if you're not going to give it a chance, you most likely will not enjoy the movie. However, if you fully give the movie a chance, you'll be surprised by what you can experience. And this hypnosis recording is going to be a little bit like that. So, I want you to take a nice deep breath in and out, relax your body a little bit, and for this experience, I want you to make sure that you're sitting down in a comfortable chair that will fully support your weight. You should be able to place your feet comfortably on the floor in the chair that you're sitting in. I don't want you to have them dangling above the floor, and I don't want you to be in a chair where if you were to slump over, you would be in danger of falling over. You should be in a comfortable, supportive chair in an environment where there will be no distractions, because hypnosis is all about directing your subconscious mind to focus on something so that you may experience something. During this experience, I'm going to be directing your focus towards certain things. And I'm going to be doing that by snapping my fingers like so. It's already a very natural reaction for you to focus on the source of a sound, such as somebody snapping their fingers. So, during this hypnosis recording, whenever I snap my fingers, you're going to focus on what I'm saying. You're going to find that your focus becomes 10 times greater than normal. You focus exactly on the thing I'm talking about. And again, that's perfectly natural and very easy to do because you, all on your own, focus towards the source of a sound, such as my fingers when I snap them. Focus on them now. Very good. You're doing excellent. We're going to have a lot of fun exploring all the powerful things your subconscious mind can do. Your subconscious mind can do anything in trance. So, let's start focusing on getting you to that point. I want you to look at the screen in front of you. I've already given you a place to direct your focus upon. The center of that spiral is where I want you to direct your focus on. Look there. Now, you see, your eyes instantly and effortlessly went right to the center of the spiral. Now. And it's a very easy thing to do, looking at the center of a spiral. Looking at the center of anything that's moving is a very easy and natural thing to do. Your eyes just happen to do it all on their own. I'm just giving you a little reminder to do it now. The other thing that happens when you focus on a spinning spiral such as this is that you may experience a little bit of eye fatigue, and that's okay. You may notice how those eyelids of yours are feeling a little heavy now, and that's normal, perfectly normal. All it means is that you're getting another step closer to a very deep trance state, a trance state where you can experience every single suggestion that I tell you. Now, notice how those eyelids want to shut. Now, notice how you can allow them to shut whenever you breathe out. Now, and notice how as I count down from 5 to 1, those eyelids get heavier and heavier, and your mind becomes more quiet and focused on what I'm saying. Now, 5, letting those eyelids flutter shut. Now, 4, the only thing that matters is focusing on my voice. Now, 3, everything else can fade away. It's disappearing, right? Now, 2, almost there, almost in a nice, deep trance state, right? Now, and 1, sleep. Now, just close those eyes and sleep. There's nothing else to do, right now. Breathe in and out, and follow my voice. You are entering a trance state in which your mind is open and receptive to fun hypnotic suggestions. How about a simple one to start things out? It feels really good to have your eyes closed right now, relaxing, like you're taking a little cat nap. It would be interesting if those eyelids became heavier right now, so heavy right now that they will not open when you try to open them. Wouldn't that be an odd sensation? Imagine trying to open those eyes and having them remaining shut. Imagine that, right? Now, focus on that. Focus completely and totally on imagining this so vividly that it might as well be happening to you right now. It's an interesting feeling, and in a moment, you're going to try to open those eyes. You're going to imagine trying to open those eyes, and you're going to try to imagine opening those eyes, because no matter how hard you try, those eyes remain shut, and that's something you're not imagining. In 1, 2, 3. Try now to open those eyes, but they just remain shut. Locked, shut. You're unable to open those eyes. Now. And right now, you can stop trying to open those eyes and just remember how nice it feels to go deep into trance, deep into sleep. No thinking right now, just sleep. Focus on the sensation of spiraling down. Now, in a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 3, and when I reach 3, you can open those eyes easily and effortlessly, but you'll still remember how they were locked shut just a moment ago. 1, 2, 3. Open those eyes right now. Wasn't that cool? It was pretty weird not being able to open those eyes. How about we try something else that's fun? I want you to take your hands and place them out in front of you and interlace your fingertips together, except for your index fingers. Hold your index fingers out, straight up, and as you hold your hands upwards, I want you to focus on the gap in between your 2 index fingers. How about you line up your 2 index fingers so the center of the spiral on the screen is right in between your 2 index fingers. Can you do that for me? Right now. Excellent. I want you to focus on the space in between your 2 index fingers. The interesting thing about the center of that spiral is that it emits a sort of subconscious force on your eyes. You find that your eyes naturally are pulled towards the center of it. The other interesting thing is that you're noticing right now that your fingertips seem to be affected by the same force. Your index fingers are feeling as if they're being pulled together more and more by the spiral. Eventually, they're going to touch. You can try to force them apart. You can try to keep them from becoming stuck together like glue. But there's really not much you can do about it right now. All you can do is watch as they get closer and closer and closer until they touch right now. Feel them touching. Feel them becoming glued together. Feel them becoming stuck together. Feel them becoming locked together. The tips of your index fingers are locked together, and you can try to pull them apart. Try to pull them apart now and find that you can't. They're just stuck. It's impossible to pull them apart, no matter how hard you try. And you can just try harder and harder to pull them apart until it's time to sleep. Close those eyes and go loose and limp, and just drop down, letting your whole body melt into relaxation, letting your hands gently slide apart. Your index fingers are no longer stuck together right now. You can pull them apart, and it's okay to let your whole body just slump over, going loose and limp, making yourself comfortable in that chair, making sure that your feet are touching the ground so that you're nice and comfortable, safe and secure, and that you're not going to fall out of that chair. It's important that you're stable. It's important that you're not going anywhere right now. You're not going to be going anywhere right now. You're going to be staying in that chair right now. Because you have to listen to the rest of this recording. You're already this far in, and you've been having a lot of fun with all of these hypnotic suggestions. So you have to stay where you are, because you have to finish the video, and because your feet are becoming stuck to the ground. They're becoming glued to the ground. The same magnetic force that was gluing your fingertips together is now gluing your feet to the floor. Feel it happening. Now, you can try to lift your feet off of the ground, but they feel much too heavy right now. And your feet feel glued and stuck to the floor right now. But you don't mind, because you have to stick around to finish the video. You're already this far in. You have to finish what you started, so just keep on listening. And in a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 3. And when I reach 3, you'll wake up and open those eyes and realize how completely stuck your feet are to the ground right now. 1, 2, 3. Open those eyes now and notice your feet. Try to pull them up, but find that they're stuck right now. However, is having your feet stuck to the ground really a problem? I don't think so, because you're going to stick around to listen to this full recording. You're going to stick around to the end. You've already come this far, and you're enjoying yourself very much. Notice how much you're enjoying yourself right now. It's okay that you can't move your feet, because right now, sleep. Drop down deep, letting your body slump over nice and comfortably. You just want to sleep now. It's very easy to follow my voice right now. And as you spiral down deeper and deeper into trance, I want you to think about a time where you may have misplaced something right now. I want you to focus on how that one time you misplaced something, and it could be anything, you did eventually find it. You found it in the last place you looked, right at the very end. You did not find it right now. You found it at the end. It came back to you in the end. So, there's really no point in looking for things when you know that they come up at the end. Maybe, just maybe, you can imagine misplacing something not inside your home, but rather inside your mind, because your mind really is just the home for your thoughts. What if you misplace a thought? It happens from time to time. Would you look for it once, twice, 3 times, 5 times, 6 times, 7 times, 8 times, 9 times? Or would it pop up all on its own? It wouldn't matter if you looked for it once, twice, 3 times, 5 times, 6, 7, 8, 9 times. It doesn't matter, because it always pops up at the end. Focus on that right now. Focus on that idea. The idea of forgetting an idea. The idea of forgetting a concept right now. You might not even realize that it's happened. It just pops up when you need it to later on. It all comes back to you right at the end. The thought that you have forgotten is always remembered at the end. It's like when you walk into a room and you forget why you walked into there. It just pops into your head later on when you're not even thinking about it. So don't think about it. Just focus on my voice as I count up from 1 to 3. When I reach 3, you'll open your eyes and you'll notice that your feet are still stuck to the floor. 1, 2, 3. Open those eyes now and notice how your feet are stuck to the floor right now. They're still stuck. I wonder, how long has it been? How long have your feet been stuck to the floor? Has it been 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 minutes? 7, 8, 9? Has it been sleep, dropping deep and letting go, no longer thinking about that, your mind switching off like a light switch, your mind just flicking off like a light switch? Certain things happen automatically when we hit a switch. When you hit a switch, it does its function immediately, right now. There's no thought behind the switch. It doesn't have to collect its thoughts. It doesn't have to go and count them. Like 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It doesn't have to do that. It never does that because it's instantaneous. It does it right away. No thinking. Like a reflex, it just happens. Imagine yourself reacting to something like a reflex right now. That's pretty easy because when I snap my fingers and say, sleep, you reflexively go deep into trance. Your mind switches off like a light switch. However, what happens when that switch is flicked back on? Maybe, just maybe, you could imagine your mind booting up when a light switch is flicked back on and you can count up to 10. Let's do that. Imagine that the light switch has been flicked on. Your eyes open and you count up to 10. Do it with me now. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. Sleep. Dropping back down, deeper and deeper. When the light switch is flicked on, your eyes open and you automatically and effortlessly count up to 10. You don't think about it, it just happens. It would even happen if you flicked on a real light switch. Imagine that now, as I flick the switch on right now. Open those eyes and count to 10 with me. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sleep. Dropping deep. Deep down deep. Just drifting. Having a lot of fun with this little hypnosis show. And knowing that the light switch will be flicked on now. Open those eyes. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. And now notice how your feet are still stuck to the floor. It's been quite some time. 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes. You really can't keep track of it, but it doesn't matter because I'll keep track of everything for you. You can just relax and sleep. Now, soon this fun hypnosis experience will be ending. So, I'll have to return you to normal. I will be momentarily releasing your feet from the floor, allowing you to move freely. And since this recording will be ending, maybe certain things that you've forgotten might just pop up into your mind because this will be the last place you've thought of them right at the end of the recording. However, you never ever think about something automatic and reflexive like a switch being flicked for the next 24 hours. You just react automatically and effortlessly to it. It just happens. You may notice it happening. You may know that it's happening. But for the next 24 hours, it happens all the same. Only it may just happen a little bit differently because you'll remember something that you might have forgotten. You'll remember something and it will pop up into your mind, and it will be such an amazing moment when it does because you'll realize fully and completely the power of your mind right now. So, in a moment, I'm going to be counting up from 1 to 3, and when I reach 3, your feet will be released from the floor. 1, feeling that magnetic pull growing weaker and weaker. 2, you're able to shift your feet just a little bit if you squirm. And 3, your feet are completely free. You're able to move them off the floor. Isn't that good? Yes, I imagine it is very good, because very few of us can spend all day just listening to hypnosis recordings. I guess there are a few lucky people out there. However, it is important that you are able to move your feet freely and easily. So, I want you to move your feet right Now, prove to me and prove to yourself that you can move your feet. Maybe do a little river dance in place right there in your chair. It doesn't matter what you do. All that matters is that you're moving your feet right now. Excellent. And you can stop that right now, because the other thing that I want to make sure that you're aware of is that perhaps something popped out of your mind. Maybe something was misplaced. However, you'll become aware of that misplaced item right now. Because this is the end. This is the last place for you to find this item. This is the last place for you to remember this item. And isn't it always amazing how you always find something in the last place you look? And there it is. You found it. However, there may be some strange little mysteries still floating around your head. Automatic, reflexive little things. I don't want you to think about that too much, though, because it's all automatic and reflexive, just like a switch being flicked on. And just like a switch being flicked on, your mind is going to be flicked on completely and totally in a moment as I count up to 5. You'll wake up fully and completely as I count up to 5. 1, slowly drifting towards wakefulness. 2, more and more. 3, slowly becoming aware of your surroundings. 4, remembering that you find everything in the last place that you look. And 5, wake up and open your eyes automatically and effortlessly, as if you have flicked a switch on, and all your thoughts are automatically booting right back up, instantly zooming back to consciousness in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Now remember, for the next 24 hours, you're going to feel really, really refreshed and rejuvenated, awake and alert, and so very awesome, knowing that you had a great experience being hypnotized. Thank you very much for listening, and have a great day. Really quickly, I would like to say thank you to my Inner Spiral patrons over on Patreon. A special thank you to Good Girl, Meaner Man, Haupia, Bloodyback, Gareth O, Tranced Mind, Loveless85, Shaggy, Ted, Corin K, Gelsey, and Yulo. Thank you so much for your support.